Hello there, Zelakar here. About to start a new Final Fantasy XIV playthrough. Dawntrail is just out, so I'm gonna make me a new alt character and start from the beginning, build some new story up, see what changes they've made along the way. It should be fun. So let's see what we can get to. I believe I'm going to make a Roegadyn, and I believe I want to be a summoner, so we are going to have to take, what is it, Arcanist to start with. Wait, what happened? This one, okay. I want... Okay, now let's carry on. That looks right. All right. Let's see if that's available on this server. Nice. So our character is going to be called Misty. Queue for a couple minutes. Frequently happens right after a new big release comes out, so not surprising.
Here. Here. Feel. Hear, feel, think.
Hoy, you all right, lass? You were moaning in your sleep and sweating buckets besides. Rolling of the ship got your stomach churning, has it? Doesn't seem like seasickness now that I look at you. It'll be the aether then, I reckon. Some are more sensitive to the stuff than others, see? And we ain't too far from Vilbrand now, which is chock full of aetherites. No need to fret, though. You'll soon get used to it. Ugh, might as well have been bloomin' seasickness. Ship's leaping around like a demented chocobo today. I reckon I might head out on deck, get myself a breath of fresh air. Limsa Lominsa is still a fair way off, in case you were wondering. Seeing as you're awake and all, how's about you keep me company till we get there? Them young'uns don't much care for conversation, see? Any road, Brennan's the name, and peddlin's me trade. Ah, smell that salty sea breeze? Now then, lass, judging by your unusual garments, I'd say you were one of them new adventurers. Am I warm? I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business these days, especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? I don't know. Let's go with glory. Glory, eh? Well, if you're willing to take on them tasks as other folks ain't, and adventurers such as yourself can win fame what coin can't buy. When you arrive in town, you'll want to report to the Adventurers Guild. You can find out everything you need to know about the adventuring business in there. Just remember, though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. Whoa! Ships off the starboard bow, pirate colors. Pirates, bloody hells. Have you no sense? Get below. What is the world coming to? Pirates firing on a ship flying Lominsan colors? Bastards either have a boatload of balls or bugger all for brains. You can rest easy, friends. We've made it out o' cannon range, and no buccaneer's bark'll catch this flighty temptress once the wind's in her sails. That was too bleedin' close. Glad one of us kept her head on her shoulders. I reckon I'd have lost mine otherwise. If them pirates gave up the chase, we must be close to port. Let's head up on deck and have us a look, shall we? By the by, is this your first trip to Lominsa? It is. Well then, let's let this journeyed itinerant tell you the ins and outs of your destination. Lominsa prides itself on being Eorzea's foremost naval port. Weren't too long ago that the place was ruled by pirates, but thanks to the current admiral's civilizing influence, the city-state could almost pass for a respectable nation. You'd never guess she was once a rum-swilling buccaneer herself. Of course, most folk ain't so quick to change, and with a town full of liberty-loving ruffians, you can imagine how many naysayers and troublemakers she's got to deal with. Like them pirates who took a fancy to us just now. And if that weren't bad enough, I've heard the Sahagin are raiding the coast just as bold as you please. Them are the sea-dwelling beastmen the locals call fishbacks, case you didn't know. At long last, land ho! Behold, Lominsa, a nation blessed by the ocean's bounty and beloved of Limlane, goddess of navigation.
On a windswept isle in the southwestern corner of the realm, amidst the roiling waves of the Rotano Sea, lies the maritime city-state of Limsa Lominsa. To this haven for bandits and brigands, cutthroats and curs, seekers of both freedom and fortune, comes a lone adventurer. Lone yet not alone, for the hero's arrival has drawn the gaze of the nation's patron deity, Limlane. What realm-shaking fate has she descried in the churning waters of this mortal's future?
And here's where we part ways, lass. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares. Then it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for saving me arse earlier. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square.
Through peril and hardship, discovery and triumph, may the navigator guide this brave soul on her life's voyage. Till sea swallows all.
Hey, you there. I mean you. This is my district, and I make it my business to know all the scum that washes up in it. Ah, an adventurer, fresh off the boat, is it? Well then. Allow one of Limsa Lominsa's finest to set you on the right path. Hop to it, lass. I haven't got all day. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa, a bustling city-state filled with scoundrels and brigands, the rough-cut diamond of the Roegadyn Sea. Please select the control scheme you wish to use. Well, I play with the mouse and keyboard. There's my little tutorial. Follow the instructions to move your character and adjust the position of the camera. When you are ready to proceed, speak to Risflo. I don't need that. I don't need that. Cool. Cool, cool. Okay. Let's go ahead and pick this up because it's the only thing we can do right now. This is level 1. It's kind of a tutorial quest. It's called Coming to Limsa Lominsa. We're going to go ahead and accept it. Now then, I'm sure you're itching to explore, but adventurers are required to register their presence in the city. And without a bit of local knowledge, you're like to get your throat slit in some piss-stinking alley. Thanks. So, before you do anything else, get yourself over to the Drowning Wench and enroll with the Adventurers Guild. It's not far. Just head straight down this street and speak with Grerfar. He'll show you how to work that big moving platform we call the Crow's Lift, and that'll take you up to the pub. Once you're there, look for a fellow by the name of Baderon. He's the proprietor of the Wench. He might curse like an ale-sodden sailor, but the man's got a soft spot for wide-eyed newcomers like yourself. He'll set you straight. Got that? Got all that? Good. Now run along, and may the navigator guide you on your journey. You have begun a quest. Thanks. Use the duty list to help you complete your task. That's great. It's showing me where what that looks like. It's right here. So the next part I need to do is actually go up there, which is cool. We'll do that. Let's get in here a little bit closer. Welcome to Limsa, Lominsa. If you've a mind to visit the Drowning Wench, the Crow's Lift will take you there. Yes, please. Greetin' to you, lass. What'll it be? Ah, but you ain't here for the drink, are ya? You've come with a mind to try your hand at venturing, I reckon. Well, you'll find no shortage o' work here in Limsa. The name's Batteron, and the most hospitable of hostelries is the Drowning Wench. 'Tis also the home o' the Venturers Guild here in Limsa. That's why we've got a desk specifically for handlin' guild business, and why I seem to spend more time saving the necks o' whelps like yourself than wetting the throats o' me regulars. Venturers have a knack for finding trouble, see? Not that they need it in these parts, on account o' there being trouble wherever you look. If you manage to steer clear o' the fishbacks and the kobolds outside the city, the pirates on the inside will get you instead. And if they don't manage, there's always the Garlean Empire to finish the job. Oh, no one knows what they're planning, of course, but if they're planning anything, you can be sure it's to kill the lot of us. Aye, this town seems peaceful at a glance, but look again, and you'll see a people living in fear of what tomorrow might bring. And who can blame 'em after everything that's happened? Eorzea took a mighty blow during the calamity. But our homes weren't the only things what got wiped off the face of existence by that thrice-damned bastard of a dragon. It took our bleeding memories, too, and no one's been able to explain it in a way that makes an ounce o' sense. None of the folks what saw it and lived to tell the tale seem to agree on how the tale actually goes. 'Tis all foggy, like recollections from an hard night on the ale. You can imagine why people might fear for the future if they can't rightly recall the past. But there's one thing we all remember, and that's the group o' venturers what laid down their lives to drag Eorzea back from the brink, when she was bound for the abyss. Well, I say we remember. Truth is, though, we ain't forgotten what they did for us. This goddamn calamity-spawned memory loss robbed us o' their names. It won't even let us picture their damn faces. 'Tis like staring at a gull flying in front o' the sun. All you see in your mind's eye is a shadow set against a blinding glare. And that's how every bugger describes it, by the way, give or take the odd gull. It's this what's got people calling these heroes the warriors o' light. If Limsa's ever going to put this time o' darkness behind it, it's going to need venturers to help banish the fear. It's going to need new heroes like the ones we lost. Maybe one day you'll be one of them. And that's why any aid we can give to a venturer is effort well spent. What say you, lass? You willing to lend us your strength? Me thanks to you, and to the navigator and all. I knew she'd steered you my way for a reason. Ah, but listen to me yantering on like a sun-touched fishwife. 'Tis high time we got ye marked in me book. Put your scrawl right here. Misty Shores, is it? And a fine name it is. Congratulations, you're now an upstanding member of the Venturers Guild. You there, adventurer. You sailed in on the last ferry, did you not? The captain reported being attacked by a pirate vessel, and several witnesses have testified independently that a passenger matching your description went out on deck mere moments before the incident took place. Sending your friends signals, were you? Now, hold on just a moment there, officer. You've got the wrong lass. This fine, upstanding young lady is me dear departed grandma's, sister's, niece's, cousin's closest companion. The lass wouldn't be caught dead fraternizing with such unsavory elements. Is that right? Ahem. You are surely aware of the recent kidnappings. Respectfully, then, we cannot be too trusting of outsiders at a time when the loyalty of even our closest friends is in doubt. Aye, you make a good point there, officer. A very good point. Very wise. You needn't worry, though. I keep one eye open at all times. Me, and two more often than not. Now, sir, what say you to a tanker o' me finest ale afore you return to your duties, eh? Not a watered-down cup of piss like last time, I should hope. Ain't got the faintest idea what you're on about, officer. The wench might offer some o' the cheapest grog this side of the Strait o' Merylthor, but that don't mean it won't get you good and pickled. And look, there's a chair over there just crying out to be sat on. So kick off them heavy boots, eh? You'll have to excuse these eager, bloody yellow jackets. There's been a spate o' kidnappings, see, and they ain't got a clue who's behind 'em. Naturally, they've taken to clapping irons on anyone who looks vaguely suspicious, which means venturers, visitors, and pretty much every bugger else in this town. Don't take it personal, though. Us Limsans can be an headstrong bunch o' bastards. 'Tis true, but given time we'll grow on you. Now, where was I? Oh, aye. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa, where the sea's as green as the faces o' me patrons after a few too many black belly whiskies. Now, take a moment to gather your wits, and we'll get started with learning ye the ways o' the city. Cool, cool. Gives me a little bit of money called gil in this game. This concludes the introductory game tutorial. Very nice. You've taken your first step as an adventurer in the city of Limsa Lominsa. Listen well to the wisdom of Batter on Ten Fingers, then go forth and discover the incredible adventures that await you. Cool. And that is level up. Nice. Yeah, very nice. All right. I think that's where we're going to end this one today. Thank you for coming out and watching. We will see you next time.